Some leftists are praising a man called Christopher Dorner and making him out to be some kind of anti-police hero. I have seen literally countless leftists doing this, particularly anarchists, a group of people that I end up losing respect for every single time I encounter them. Dorner was a former police officer who went on a killing spree. His motives were complicated, but the use of excessive force by the police and racism within the police force were both relevant factors. If you want more information, I recommend that you read the Wikipedia article or something. This is not an informative piece. It is a rant about idiots. Over the course of this killing spree, Dorner killed 3 law enforcement personnel and a civilian. That's right. He gunned down a civilian. Yet some leftists celebrate and glorify him because he also killed some cops. Utterly disgusting. Praising a civilian killing cop because he killed other cops as well makes it very clear that you are more devoted to hating cops than concerned for the lives of civilians. To call these people leftists is overly generous. These worthless creatures do not care about civilians. They just hate cops. That is their only value. They make this very obvious when they praise and glorify people who kill civilians, so long as they kill some cops too. The praise of Dorner is disgusting. Praising a civilian murdering cop just because he killed some cops too. How bloodthirsty can you get? These people do not care about civilians, they just hate cops. That is why they adore civilian killers, so long as they include some cops in their killing spree. These people are worthless scum, which must be excised from the political left. They are a cancer which must be torn out. They rot leftism with their utter lack of values and bloodthirsty depravity. They represent a corrupted leftism, defined not by who they want to help, but who they want to hurt. It isn't about helping the oppressed. They couldn't care less for the downtrodden. It is about making the oppressor suffer. Cruelty is their only value. They differ from the right only in who they wish to direct that cruelty towards. They would happily slaughter 100 civilians if doing so allowed them to get their sadistic hands on one oppressor. They make this very clear when they praise and glorify people who gun down civilians, simply because they killed some cops as well. Even ignoring the civilian death, going out and killing random cops is not a good solution to any societal problems. The idea that the massive flaws of the police as an institution makes it good to go out and just kill random cops is completely idiotic. The extent of your influence will be cops who are even more on edge and dangerous. If you are lucky, your actions might even be used as an excuse for authoritarian measures and the increasing of police power. Killing random cops is not a solution to the flaws of the police as an institution. It is needless bloodshed, and it is morally reprehensible. What exactly does this solve? Nothing. It solves nothing, and the people who suggest such things are as unintelligent as they are bloodthirsty. Thankfully, most of these people will never go beyond cringy LARPing, because let's be honest, this kind of mindless radicalism is relegated almost exclusively to people who have no serious values and are only concerned with looking radical and feeling unique. To call it embarrassing is an understatement. This mindless desire to kill cops. You realize your personal hero Dorner was himself a cop. A civilian killing cop at that. A civilian murdering cop. But he reformed himself and turned against the institution. The idiots screech. Reformed himself how? One of his first moves was to gun down a civilian. He has as much blood on his hands as many of those other civilian murdering cops that we rightly despise. Yet he is your hero, just because he threw some other cops in the mix as well. pathetic. If you praise Dorner, you are more devoted to hurting the oppressor than helping the oppressed. You will stomp on the oppressed on your way to hurt the oppressor. That is the extent of your politics. A cruel, bloodthirsty desire to hurt the oppressor with not a hint of interest in helping the oppressed. You will praise a civilian killer because at least they killed some of those oppressors as well. The people who praise and glorify Dorner are beyond worthless. They have no values beyond their cruelty and depravity. They desire bloodshed above progress. They are the enemies of any left that is worth supporting.